shit because this shit with Kendrick Lamar and Drake because it's fascinating. It's a phenomenon. Like I get to be a part of a phenomenon. The way that the narratives, the efforts, the blind eye, but basically the best way I can put it is we are seeing the behavior of you changing the rules or creating new rules or a new standard for people you like and don't like. Meaning that if you like someone, you'll find a way to be compassionate, to be understanding, right? Someone to hear them out and be forgiving. When you don't like someone, you want to do the opposite. Now, it's something different if that person is guilty of the thing, right? So today I wanted to play a video that speaks to, for one, how much effort the world is putting into trying to tear down one man and trying to stop one man from taking control of his destiny. And for the most part, Drake's story it's the story of the modern man. If you are a modern man that is able to do anything in life, all men experience resentment. The greater you are, the more resentment people have for you. Because again, for the most part, if people are not careful, right, thin line between love and hate. Let's imagine love and hate occupies the same space, right? And how can I say? I'm trying to think what's a good analogy, but basically what I want to get to is, and we're not in control of our emotions. Love and hate, I think they occupy the same space for women, right? One of the reasons why women can say I love you, and then at the same time, basically, if she cares about you a lot, she's more likely to do more of a grand gesture to try to hurt you. Because she can kind of get those emotions confused, or if the person's not careful, that love turns to hate. Or basically the same intensity you love the person with is the same intensity that you can hate them with. But the thing is, I keep realizing that modern people in general, but women in particular, they think drama and turmoil is a part of the experience, and she needs to make sure it happens in order for her to have a full experience, so she can get that stimulation again. I say follow the money, follow the stimulation, son. Come on, man. I'm playing random sounds right now. Come on.
Y'all niggas see what they throwing out the way? Nigga, I got an army out here. Come outside.
You late.
Come outside.
You late.
Come outside, throw that fucking bottle. Come downstairs and throw that bottle. Come downstairs.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
So I wanted to share a post from when Drake first put out Take Care. Take Care was the second album. At this time, Drake is he's hot as fish grease. And it was just undeniable. And Drake was breathing fresh air into the industry. And, and actually, I guess it's never really stopped. But Drake was giving everybody one. Like, everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? I think, again, Nicki and Wayne are definitely super important. But the YMCMB movement wouldn't have been what it was without Drake. It was the fact that Drake was so hot and was so popping. And you kind of had this like powerhouse of these great talents. Even other people in the background, Mac Man, Tyga, Jay Mills, God, all those guys are pretty talented. I mean, they weren't as talented as that big three we just mentioned, but they all had their own flavor, had something they was doing that was pretty cool, But Drake being Drake is what made that movement what it was. And I can remember when I first heard Take Care. I don't think I disliked it, but I'm going to say this about good albums, right? Most of the time, if it's a good artist and it's your first time hearing the album, give it a few listens, because when something is very, how can I say, when someone puts an album together, right? Not that the songs have to sound similar, but it's like an outfit, and the colors have to kind of blend in well together and match. So what can kind of feel like the first time you hear an album is it can kind of feel like the tracks are melding together, or the tracks, it kind of sounds the same or whatever it is. But but a lot of times that's a sign that this is going to be an easy listen once you get through it. Once you get through the whole experience, it's going to be an easier listen because you're going to start to notice all the nuances and all the details in the records. And especially with something like Party Next Door, that's how all Party Next Door albums, you got to kind of like rock with a little bit. I mean, the first time I heard P3, it had more like slower tracks on there, right? But like, I didn't realize how hard the just checking on you. I was checking on you. Just checking on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the way that he put that together. Genius, But pardon me. But when I first heard that track, I wasn't jogging it like that. The whole album in general, it felt weird. It made my stomach feel weird. Because the sounds is very it's not lo-fi, but it's in that lower frequency. It's very bassy. So it's like, it was a different kind of experience, But over time, I realized this album is amazing. This is incredible. You feel me? So let me go ahead and read this to y'all real quick. So it says, throw back to the internet reactions when Drake first dropped Take Care. The caption reads, story stays the same. Story stays the same. First reaction, he need commas. That's the problem. He don't have no commas. But shout out to Kev Talks. Story stays the same. First reactions never change. Don't really need to do much explaining. So it says, throw back to internet's reactions when Drake first dropped Take Care. Now on my screen, I can't read it. So I'm going to go on Instagram and I will read it from there because the 6th past 11th the world. You feel me? Whew. We must stop fighting. Yeah, so that John says, I agree with the review. Drake lost some respect with this one. In my own opinion, he should go back, dated the release day, and done a better CD. I think the album was weak, repetitive, and boring at times. Nothing new, nothing exciting. Same old, blah. Too much singing for me. I'm obviously a gangster, so don't fuck around. It's a solid album, but I'm not convinced it's album of the year. And somebody writes, Carter 4 is better than this trash. Thank Me Later is better than Take Care. Features went harder on Thank Me Later. Classic verses from all of them. The rapping was better and no track had to be skipped. Take Care has a few I really don't like. Good album, but not great. Take Care went on to become pretty much an instant classic. Why is this relevant? It's relevant because you're witnessing a phenomenon. You're witnessing some really amazing shit play out right now. You understand? Let me play this clip from the Breakfast Club real quick.
I don't even know why, though. I mean,
doing all types of acts. He's been, trying to prove that he's not dead. He's very much alive. There's a lot going on.
I don't even know why, though. I mean,
but he is charting, so I am going to give him that.
Yes,
he's charting.
That is exactly where I was about to go. Yeah. I don't know why, because at this point, I know we talked about it in here, and I know y'all don't care for some sexy songs for you, but the boy is moving. He is right now. Some sexy songs for you is supposed to be headed to number 1 on Billboard.
Congratulations.
Nice.
That's a big thing for him, because I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like the Kendrick goggles of Not Like Us has changed the way
a lot of
people look at Drake, which is so unfair
Drake
for him.
Drake is still a superstar. He still has core fans. He's still going to hit number 1 on all those charts.
I know.
He still got the labels calling saying what song should be at radio. Yeah, so even through the lawsuit.
I know,
they
but
did that last week.
It's hard to not look at some of the things and then to see what he's doing, and then you just immediately think back to some of Kendrick's lyrics. Like, remember, he was like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, even the way that you dress.
Yeah, people talk about his outfits on tour.
The outfits, yes.
And I'm like, that's crazy, because I feel even the stuff he's been doing on tours.
Let's stop that right there. those were the kind of argument. All that shit right there, that's hate. That's hate, bro. That's not the kind of argument. First of all, that's not an argument. She started by saying, "Yo, when I see him, I think about I just don't look at him the same." And and then she says, yeah, when Kendrick said, "I hate the way you talk, I hate you walk, I hate the way you dress." Nigga, what? What? Huh? You are a radio personality. You realize that made no fucking sense? So you saying that you can't enjoy his music because Kendrick pointed out how much he hates Drake and just can't, because for the most part, Euphoria was mostly about like, hey man, I really do like you and everything, but at the same time, I am your biggest hater. And y'all let Kendrick say that and didn't think it was corny somehow. Or didn't think it was weird. From the very beginning, Euphoria was mostly about, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really be on your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen. Hey there, buddy. It's me, Kendrick. Because for the most part, Kendrick has been on Drake's dick his whole career. That man ain't never been able to get popping without Drake. Another reason why Take Care is important is because without Take Care was the album that shined light on Kendrick Lamar and made this whole thing possible. I'm an old ninja. I was outside when this was going on. So Kendrick Lamar was the name you would see on the rap blogs and stuff like that, right? But Kendrick Lamar don't even sound like a famous person. It just sounds like a nigga that's famous in your hood. You know what I mean? He was on honor roll. You know what I mean? Some shit like that, right? So I will always see posts from him, but I just never clicked. And it wasn't until he was on a Drake album, and I thought it was Drake. If you go and listen to Buried Alive, if you listen to that shit and then listen to Drake rap the rest of the album, their delivery and vocal inflections were way closer back then. Go listen to Section 80 and then go listen to Take Care around that time. Because they both had more of a nasally type of delivery, you know what I mean? Which made them sound a little similar. Of course, it's a different rapper style, right? But even in that verse, I felt like Kendrick was more straightforward and more in this clearer. So I thought that was Drake rapping at first, and I found that this is Kendrick Lamar. So then from there, I wanted to hear Section 80, which was an amazing album, and then I became a Kendrick fan. All right, and that really, not only that, people look at you differently when someone of a very high stature or status acknowledges how good you are. You know what I mean? That's why the cosign is important. He could have been on anyone's album, but being on Drake's album at that time was everything. Everything. The Weeknd too. That was an album that made The Weeknd. All right. Because again, having the approval of the boy has always been a stimulus package. I keep telling you, the more you give, because people are selfish. So the more you give, the more efficient you are, the more productive you are, the more valuable you are, the less of a human being you are if you're a man. Okay. But I just wanted to stop it right there, because that's a sign of hate when you're making up a reason to not like someone, or you're making up a reason to ish on someone, or saying shit like, I'll give them that. It's crazy for someone who is nowhere near as talented or successful as Drake say shit like, I'll give him that. And what she wanted to say was basically, yeah, man, and it proves the point of the lawsuit. All right. The point of the lawsuit is that, yes, having you promoting a song that's about me doing a heinous crime that I was never convicted for, you know what I'm saying, or ever tried for, or ever even had witnesses coming out saying that I did these things. You and UMG, y'all promoted that record. All right. And people really do carry on across the internet trying to make this case of Drake being this dude who is basically sleeping with underage people, Let me play the rest of the video. Actually, hold on. No. Matter of fact, where's that video at, man? I think I had two threads open. Oh, here we go, right here. Where's the sun?
That's me. Thank you. Okay, this is a real video of me. I'm a real person. I exist. I haven't done anything sexual or weird with Drake. Didn't think I would ever have to say that in my entire life. Also, please stop harassing me. Thank you. Okay, this is a me. I'm a real person. I exist. I haven't done anything sexual or weird with Drake. Didn't think I would ever have to say that in my entire life. Also, please stop harassing me. Thank you. Okay, this is a real video of me. I'm a real person. I exist.
So, this is I believe this is one of these girls that was at a Drake show, and I don't know. This is like weird. This is like weird rabbit hole. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. People, you may not realize you do this. You know what I mean? So I think some men do this with attractive women, and I had to train myself not to do it. Is when you see an attractive woman try to think anything negative about her when you see her, or basically tries to humanize her, or try to think of basically what makes her human or what her flaws are, or look for a flaw, and rather than just don't pay it no mind. Doesn't that person not bothering you, and it doesn't matter. And I think sometimes we may do that because, again, people deal with attraction in different ways. It's most of the time people deal with being attracted to people in an aggressive way. What people more likely to do when they see someone that's attractive and they don't know them is to try to make it seem as though they're not observing them. You know what I'm saying? And being very covert and everything. Which is another reason why, like, listen, the B-dubs, y'all really done on the dating scene, bro. I think it's over, yo. It's like I remember Kevin Sam was talking about that shit a couple of years ago. He was saying that men he speak to, all of them are saying stuff like, I think it's too late. Well, I think it's over. I'm like, over? Like why do you say that? And I understand now what they were saying. What they were saying was like, things are too far gone to change. These people are not going to change their minds. So the course we're on can only change if something drastic happens. And shout out to AC. That's why we got to do these lockouts. But anyway, but going back to this the video I just played, right? It really proves the validity of the suit, because people really carry on and be talking about Drake as if it's just the fact that he's this big old perv, and he's because to the point where y'all redefine what a PDF file is. A PDF file is supposed to be someone who has one-on-one rendezvous or it has basically penetrated, an underage person, or try to penetrate an underage person, and you don't have proof of any of that. You know what I'm saying? But what it's about is that, listen, believe it or not, a lot of people cannot deal with the greatness of others, and this is why it's important to look at and understand when someone's exhibiting bad behavior. Because people who like for example, right? One of the reasons why people's bodies look better is because some obsessive person who was obsessive with their body, right? Started bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it became a sport. You got to think about how crazy that is. But that crazy person creates a whole activity, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, that behavior can turn into a whole thing. But the same thing can go for negative behavior too. All right. Where you have one person who is just really jealous. They're really a narcissist. So they're attacking this person, and then they influence everyone else. And I mean, they feel like, maybe they're right. I keep telling y'all, it takes effort and energy to form your own thoughts and opinions. People would rather just repeat what they hear other people say, especially when it's something that people seem to feel strongly about. Because people, for the most part, want to kind of blend in. You feel me? But let me go ahead and keep playing this drawing.
So the shoot, there was one
girl, the machine gun when he was
opening one of his songs,
and the
ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
You know, you've been doing the shooting thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
I see you, little crusty.
I literally said to myself, I'm like, but he's been doing this.
Maybe
so
we
why
didn't
is
realize
I never
how
seen him do
corny
that
it
before.
was.
The same thing with the outfits. He's been doing the outfits too.
No. He used to dress a little bit.
Now
You know.
They talking about this man outfits Y'all talking about Drake. So you trying to say that this whole thing is about his outfits? Yo, Kendrick was at the Super Bowl wearing bell bottoms and heels. That man did so many spins with his hips. He had a lot of hip action during the performance. He did a lot of strut. He was strutting up and down that field. It was a lot of struts. We got so many videos. That's what I'm saying. You know, I was going on a walk today, right? And I was like, damn, it's crazy how we're doing the same thing with Kendrick that we used to do with Nas, except there was no internet back then. And to a certain degree, it's not the worst thing, right? Because we can't really enjoy hip-hop if we're looking for the artist to give us perfect songs. And we're supposed to like them for having or just having amazing songs, right? To a certain degree, the rapper has to be good enough at rapping that you just enjoy hearing them rap. That's the first thing where we lost that, because the rappers just start focusing on trying to make a record. And you don't really have the fundamentals because, you didn't do any of the stuff. That's another reason why, I got to do what I got to do to make sure that kids don't lose this, because a superstar won't come together if y'all don't battle. That's how you get a competitive edge and a nation and get inspired and you learn respect, respect for the culture. You know what I'm saying? You don't be out here moving like what's the name, Lil TJ? He's banned from Madison Square Garden for just being crazy. Again, this is, I guess it bothers me because people have to deal with this kind of guy because somebody's parents failed them. You know what I'm saying? And that young man's mind, the stuff he's doing, he think it's all right. This dude spits on the security. They having a dispute and whatnot, and he spits